Vivica A. Fox has been a consistent presence in some of the biggest movies in Hollywood, and she's been nominated for BET Awards and over a dozen others. Now, they have the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. You may have known this actor, Kevin Bacon, they say has worked with everybody or knows everybody in the industry. I challenge that because I think the 6 degrees of Vivica A. Fox should be on the list there. Vivica. Okay, here's the deal. Vivica has worked with everyone in the industry, from Will Smith and Larry David to Taraji P. Henson, Quentin Tarantino, you name it, they've worked with Vivica, and they all love her. And I didn't know this until we started doing this research. Vivica has over 50 movies on Lifetime, all while hosting 2 shows on Fox Soul and boosting Black women to new heights in Hollywood. Please join me, the one and only Vivica A. Fox to the Tamron.
Good morning.
Oh, beautiful. Oh, my gosh, you look gorgeous.
You look gorgeous, too.
Thank you. You know what? It's like, they're like, she looks great.
Thank you.
The shoes and
Shoe game, okay, yes.
I mean, beautiful, always. So, happy International Women's Day.
Yes, to you too, darling.
And when I was reading, going all the way back to when you started in this business and looking at all of the films that you've done, billion-dollar films. I mean, you've grossed, that by the numbers were extraordinary. The kind of dollars you bring in, the films you've done have grossed over $1 billion. When you left your hometown and went to Hollywood, one of the first things people told you is that Black women in films could not make money, that we weren't bankable.
Yes, I mean, things have changed so much. But I could remember back in the day when we didn't get the starring roles in open films, that it was because we were told that we wouldn't sell international, which I found to be a little crazy because
what was their
they like all our swagger.
And that's the irony here. It's International Women's Day, and they would say to you, internationally, if you're in the movie, it won't do well.
Yes. Absolutely. We couldn't do movies or open television shows as well, too, because they said we wouldn't sell international. But things have changed. Now we're directors, writers, producers, you know?
Yeah. What's the thing? And people always wonder how you beat the odds. And one of the things that I know about you, you really preach to the next generation, being a triple threat.
Yes.
You say, come in with it all. And that's why you didn't just say, okay, I want to be an actress. You said, I want to direct and I want to produce.
Mm-hmm. And star.
So it sounds like, when we're talking real talk with women here, we always hear that we have to work 3 times as hard. Mm-hmm. We have to do 3 times as much, which can be exhausting.
Yes.
It can be defeating.
Yes.
But you use it as an armor to win.
Absolutely. I was told by Pam Grier.
The legendary Pam Grier.
Pam Grier, my role model.
Who I adore.
Yes, I do too. That I got to interview her one time, and girl, I was in tears the whole time. And she said, "Why are you crying so much?" I said, "Because I never expected you to be so gracious." And she says, "It's what I'm supposed to do, Vivica. And I challenge you to do the same for Generation Next. Always pass the torch, play it forward, And it's a model that I live by."
Which is so beautiful because, as I said, they have the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. It really should be the 6 degrees of Vivica A. Fox. Oh. And another thing I didn't know, I'm just telling you all this stuff. I've known Vivica for a long time.
Forever.
I always thought that it was Vivica is A. Fox. But it's your middle name.
Anjanetta.
Yeah. I had fantasized a whole storyline. I was like, she went to Hollywood and she was in a store and said, Vivica is A. Fox, and that's my name.
Actually, it was a casting director that helped me with that because growing up, people couldn't pronounce my name. I was Vivica, Vivisha, everything but Vivica, okay? And so I was so used to letting everybody call me by my middle name, which by Angie. And so she went to say my name, and I said, "That's okay, you can call me Angie." And she goes, "Why? You have a beautiful name. Matter of fact, you should be Vivica A. Fox." And it stuck.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there, could I picture you as an Angie? Even though that's your name, you are a Vivica. To me, it's just...
I grew into that.
You grew into that. You answered the call, and you're reaching back. Your show, The Screening Room on Fox.
Yes.
Is that inspired, again, by the wisdom of Pam Grier, who said, this is a part of the mission.
Yes.
You got to reach back.
Absolutely. The screening room is all about giving African-American filmmakers a chance to get exposure. And the fun part of it is that I interview them. So every time I come on, they're just like, oh! And I'm like, baby, get used to it. You know, if you want to come in here, you got to put on your big girl boots or big boy boots and welcome
So you're
to
a
the
tough
world.
love teacher.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I talk to them about, you know, them making their film because, as you said, I'm now a filmmaker.
Yeah.
I direct and I produce and star. So it's my way of giving them exposure that normally they wouldn't get. And also, we give back. Have a contest right now for HBCU students to give them $5,000 to help them get a jump start on their film.
I love that.
Yes.
So we actually have a clip. Let me play it real quick.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox Soul Screening Room, darlings. Hey there! Hey. Surprise, there I am.
I love it. How does it feel when you pop up on the screen and to see them react to you in this way of reverence and respect? How does that feel?
Sometimes it makes me cry. I'm a big crybaby. I am, because just to see the joy of how hard I've worked to do this. Like you said, I sleep on planes and I do a lot of hard work that people don't see.
I see you tearing up right
well,
now.
because it makes me so happy, because you can't just take from your community. You can't. You have to give back, you know?
You have to give back, and you do so beautifully.